Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. First of all, Happy New Year to everyone who watches our videos, to all our subscribers, to all our customers. It's been a privilege to serve you for the entire calendar year 2021. Well, we look forward to your patronage and support in this lovely 2022, and I hope you have spent this holiday season with your loved ones to the fullest. And now we are back to the grind. Well, two things. I know it's been a while that we have met, but let me tell you this, the wait will be worthwhile because we have some fantastic bats that has arrived at your cricket store which needs to be reviewed. And wait a second, you might be wondering, what is this background doing here? Why isn't this guy doing the review in the store? Well, you guys might have already seen on our Instagram handle that we have tons and tons of stock that has arrived from various brands in order for us to cater to all your needs that you might have in terms of this lovely game that we passionately love, which is cricket. And hence, there's not much space for me to maneuver around and provide the reviews. Our lanes are also pretty much occupied throughout the winter season. It's going on full throttle, so basically we don't have space there as well. Hence, I'm at the comfort of my home doing the reviews from my garage, giving you valuable information of the products that we uphold at your cricket store. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the ever so special bat that was released by Nicolls at the fag end of 2021, the Gold Edition. Gold Edition. The bats that I'm going to be reviewing today, in fact, I'm going to be reviewing two bats. The two Gold Editions that will be reviewed today both of them are fantastic bats. It caters to two different kinds of audiences, that much I know of, with respect to the customers that reach out to us with their needs. Well, what are these bats all about? Why are they tagged as Gold Edition? Gold, one of the rarest metals in this world, and hence the price for that same is top notch. You have to pay really, really well in order to acquire even an ounce of gold. Well, does Nicolls stand up to the reputation of this precious metal? We shall see that now. What is the Gold Edition? Before I go to the bat, I want to spend some time in what comes with the bat. This is the lovely, lovely padded cover that gets delivered to you absolutely free of cost when you purchase this bat. It is the bat that goes with the decals. The color of the decals is absolutely spot on with the cover. Nicolls, the brand logo, and the Gold Edition written here with the transparent thing of see what's there in this case. And there's a Nicolls, typical Nicolls logo at the fag end of the bat cover as well. This comes absolutely free of cost, but there is some hidden things which they have done pretty good in my opinion. So for example, if you really want to store something specific for your needs, you can definitely do that, because there is an inside compartment here for storing your valuables like mobile phones or wallets. In case if you're taking this bat alone, I'm calling out to all our tennis ball players who might not have an entire kit to carry. They might have just this bat which they want to take over and probably demolish the bowlers that they are facing. So if they want to store their valuables, this bat cover definitely serves that purpose in my opinion. Well, now let's unearth what's there in this particular bat cover. Well, this is the lovely bat, guys. As you can see, this bat is majestic in its true sense. I have hold pretty much all brands in my hands, but if anyone who knows me very, very closely knows that I'm a big fan of Nicolls myself. This definitely stands up to that reputation that I have in my mind about Nicolls, because the moment you hold this bat, you would know that you have something special in your hands to behold. That's the first point that I want to make. Many features that exist about this bat which makes you feel that you have something special in your hand. And one more important thing that I want to emphasize is that Nicolls would not put just any Willow out there for making their Gold Edition, because Obviously, it's their flagship model, which is gonna be giving them much of the revenue in the years to come. Gold edition, if you look at the backside of the bat, you might get a feeling of an illustrious legend, or the legend gold that exists in the Australian market, which I'll be sharing a photo as well. In the front side of the bat, you have the traditional Nicolls style logo and the decals, but if you see the straps, instead of the classical white and black, you have the white and gold, and you have the Nicolls gold edition stickers written right there at the center with the old Nicolls logo or the bird right here, which I really love myself. One more thing that they have specifically made a change is that if you look at the edge stamp of the Nicolls logo, it's also in gold. Let's talk about the profile now. The profile is the lovely and the delicious, I would say, the duckbill toe profile. This would be one bat that you will allow you to play your front foot shots. You want to play your back foot shots square off the wicket. You want to play your scoop, your reverse scoop. This bat would definitely have something for each and every style of shot that I just mentioned. This boasts of 39 mm on the edge and a wonderful depth or spine swell of peaking at 64 millimeters. The bottom part of the toe of the bat would be at 29 millimeters, which is pretty much thick in my opinion. The one thing that I really love about Nicolls is that they source their own willow, so they don't rely on any other supplier for giving their willow. So they have the authority to select the best and the best that exist in their own backyard to give you the best bat possible delivered. That's why we recommend the gold edition, because this willows has been selected first of all based on the density, performance, and to some extent the looks as well. Well, this is definitely the grade 1 English willow that exists from Nicolls. On the back of the bat, you will see that there is maybe 1 millimeter of concaving. That's about it. It's just to keep the weight down, and I don't think that's much of a difference in my honest opinion. With respect to the grains, we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grains on this, and there's a tinge, very slight hardwood on the right hander's inside edge or the left hander's outside edge. To talk about the grip, guys, the grip is fantastic, and it is my personal favorite because of two things. We are catering to all kinds of audiences here. People who bat with bare hands for the tennis ball games, these grips would not hurt your hands. People who bat with gloves in leather ball games, these grips would definitely give you the extra grip in your gloves and giving you the feeling of the bat not slipping away and hitting probably the square leg umpire on its head. Well, this won't happen with this particular kind of grip, and that's something that I really love about Nicolls, or especially this kind of grips. Now, talking about the inserts, it comes with the 3 rubber inserts. That's very common with Nicolls. And it does have the hoop as well attached, which can be easily removed once you lower down the grip. Now comes the biggest question. What is the weight of this bat? The spec seems humongous, big, enormous, but what does it weigh on the scales? This particular bat that you are seeing on the screen right now is weighing in an only 2.9 on the scales. You heard me absolutely right. As I said, this willow is picked up on performance and density. It definitely lives up to the reputation of having a good weight. 2.9 on the scales dead. That's the weight of this, and this weight is without the wrapper, so you would be getting exactly 2.9 when the bat gets delivered to you. Now, is the handle slimmer like the other Nicolls models that we have at store? Well, my answer to that is absolutely not. Well, there are 2 factors attributing to it. The first of all, the handles are pretty much of the medium thickness. I would not say it's extremely thick, but it's of the medium thickness. Because of this grip or this spiral grip or whatever this grip is called as, you would definitely not need another grip to be added, because of this protrudings that you can see if you watch closely on this particular bat, it basically gives you the illusion of holding a thicker handle in your hands as well because of that spiky things. Trust me, it does not hurt your hands, and even in winters. So 2.9 on the scales, what does it actually feel in your hands, in my opinion at least? If I take my stance and if I want to really be telling you the weight or what I feel like, it feels lighter than its dead weight. I would not quote any weight specifically. It feels lighter than its dead weight. So you are looking at a much lighter pickup on this particular bat. Well, the one thing that I really miss to mention is basically the decals at the very bottom. They have not left any corner for you to not realize that you are holding a gold edition in your hands. With that said, let's now look at the most important factor that would attribute to any cricket bat. Check it out. Just see the crispness of the bounce and the ping. That's from the bottom part of the bat, by the way. Wow. You just heard it yourself. It's pinging like bonkers on this particular bat. It's a brand new cherry. There is certainly some seam marks on this particular bat. You would want to knock it in. Definitely you're paying the money for it. You would want to knock it in nicely before you even take it for the nets. We can certainly provide the service to you if you were to buy the bat from us. Well, this is just bat number 1 that we have. Now this is catering to the audience who would require or who are looking for a more cleaner bat or a bat which has maximum amount of sapwood. Now let's take a look at bat number 2 in store for today. Bat number 2 for today is catering to the audience who are looking for much more grains and a two-tone bat. Well, this is the bat that I'm talking about. You can see that the grains are much more pronounced and you can see it more clearly. More number of grains. If you're someone who's looking out for more number of grains, this is the bat for you guys, and it has the two-tone, and many professional cricketers out there right now prefer the two-tone, and especially having the two-tone or the darker wood on their outside edge, so that whenever they are playing their expansive shots, even if they don't middle the bat and if the ball tends to hit on the edge of the bat, it would still carry over the fence or probably just avoid that third man or the fine leg fielder for good. Well, does anything change with respect to the decals of the bat? Absolutely not. The grips, the handle thickness, everything remains absolutely the same how it was in bat number 1. The only thing that changes is the number of grains on this one, and we shall count it together how much that is. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and the 14th grain on this lovely bat. It has the two-tone, and let's check out the dimensions on this one. Well, the bat is slightly bigger. It is maximized at 40 mm edge, and the spine is peaking at 64 mm, and the toe is again 29 mm. And the toe shape, which I mentioned in the back on the bat number 1, is basically a square toe, as you can see. Well, that was the bat, guys. Now you looked at the specs. The weight on this particular bat, this is bat number 2, is 2.10 on the scales. It's just an ounce heavier, but as I said, let's check out the balance or the pickup of this particular bat, in my opinion. Well. So it picks up lighter than its dead weight. I don't want to quote a weight specific, but it picks up lighter than what its dead weight is. And certainly, I would say that ping wise, both are absolutely monsters in my opinion. And you would see that very shortly. Without further ado, let's check out the ping of bat number 2 of the gold edition. Again, the same drill. We'll do the ping review with this brand new cherry that I have in my hand. Just check it out. As you can see, the ball is just hanging nicely off the face without me investing any effort, honestly. And at the same time, there are no vibrations that I'm feeling in my hand when I'm doing the ping test. That is testimony to the craftsmanship that goes in making the bat in the correct manner possible for giving you maximized outputs when you are trying to go for any kind of shots for that matter. Well, if I was looking out for a bat that would perform outrageously well just after a few rounds of knocking and just taking it to the nets, I would be definitely grabbing these gold editions in my hands if I want to go in that route as possible. Let's check out the bow on this bat, and the bow is pretty much very slight. I would not say it's very extravagant in my honest opinion. Both the bats are having very slight bow, and at the same time both the bats will be coming in a fully padded bat cover. Now comes the most important aspect. Well, what is the retail price of this bat? This bat, or both the bats, are retailing at $449.99. You can reach out to us through Instagram, or you can directly call us on our store number to avail the exact same bats that I reviewed on the channel today. Well, as usual, we are here to answer all your questions. In case if you have more questions about the gold editions that has landed at your circuit store. To give you one more perspective of what the gold editions are, these are not the only two gold editions that we have in stock. We have many more gold editions in stock at your circuit store. Well, until next time we meet, I again want to take the honor on behalf of the entire team at your circuit store. Want to wish you once again Happy New Year, and we wish loads and loads of runs and wickets and catches to each and every one out there. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year, and until next time, this is Jinto signing off from your circuit store, redefining cricket.